Hey, what's going on, Exactly Fish? I'm just gonna give it like 3 or 4 minutes, guys. Then I'm gonna get into it, and I'm just pretty much gonna go over the quick update with everything that's going on with me. Why I'm not posting. What's up, Gravy Balls? Why I'm not posting like regular videos. What work's been like so far. I'm not gonna get in crazy depth with that, but I'll get into it a little bit. I got like 5 or 6 questions to answer. Just when I asked a couple questions on Instagram, so I'm giving it like 2 or 3 minutes. Then I'm just gonna get into it. It's not gonna be that long. Normally, me and Rob go live for like 2 hours drinking. It's not going to be like that today. Hey, what's up, Tom? Um, so give me another like 2 or 3 minutes. Let people get in here, and then I'll get into it. And just it's easier for me to do like a live stream and just like bullshit with you guys than make these videos where I gotta make them on the movie maker and so forth and so on. I just don't have time. I gotta I gotta fucking sleep. So like I said, I'll give it like 2 minutes, and then I'm gonna get into it. All right. If you have any questions, just type them in now, and I'll answer them too. Like I said, I got 5 or 6 people wanted me to answer on Instagram. So just let me know. But we're going to get into it in a little bit. So if you have any questions, just put them over there. I'm solo tonight. Rob's over in the Bronx working. He texted me. He went down to Tennessee for like 4 or 5 days with his new house with his wife and his kids. And he texted me. He said the Bronx is Bronx is off the chain right now. I was like, what do you think, man? You're coming back to a bunch of riots. Dude, I'm shot. Lou, I am absolutely shot, bro. I'm at 58 hours of overtime for the week right now, though. So that's all snake money, baby. I threw them out. The ASF, the one that they ate each other. I threw that one out. I actually, someone asked me a question about the ASFs. I'm going to give you an update on my colony, which no longer exists because they killed each other. All right, we're going to get into it. A couple people in here. All right, so I'm going to kind of give a quick introduction. You're at 60 hours? Damn, bro. I got to win tomorrow. I did 12 hours today, straight RDO. I got 12 hours tomorrow, straight RDO. So I'm hoping to stay a little bit longer tomorrow, but we'll see. If this lasts another week, I'm going to hit like 100 hours for the pay period. It'd be great. Listen, as always, guys, I have an Instagram channel, blue_line_morphs, and new Facebook page, Blue Line Morphs. Go check that out. I'm trying to build that thing up. It's much harder to build that. I'm still clean shaven. It is what it is. So, quick update. Lose another cop. Yeah, I'm shot, bro. I assume you guys know what's going on with the current events, so forth and so on. NYPD did go to a 12-hour mandatory tours, 5 a.m. to 5 p.m. or 5 p.m. to 5 a.m. and no days off. Yeah, the overtime is great, but you're an absolute zombie. Today is I'm normally off Saturday, Sunday. Today's Saturday night at like 9:30, and I haven't. This is the first time I was home since I think Wednesday night, or maybe early Thursday morning. I'm not entirely sure, but it is what it is. It's part of the nature of the beast, nature of the game. I finally got that new clown girl. I told you guys a story about that with just a normal clown girl. A guy tried to scam me over there in Harlem. He told me he was gonna be a clown. He ran out real quick. I almost handed the money over. Then I popped it. It was a male. I was like, bro, this is a male. I was like, oh no, it's a female. Ran back upstairs. Then he eventually brought out a female. That being said, she did eat 4 or 5 days ago for the first time. I'm happy about that. On Instagram, I just posted a picture of that crazy girl I got from Ozzy, the orange dream pastel leopard, yellow belly, or asphalt head pie girl. Wasn't eating on for me for like 3 weeks. She just took a small rat, so I'm really happy about that. No, I don't think so. I mean, if she's eating, keep feeding her. Right? If the snake's gonna take the food, keep feeding her. It starts to get real fat looking and real round, like really, really, really round looking. Then maybe cut off a meal every other week, or just like give it a week off of food. Listen, if it's gonna eat, give it food. Sometimes when my snakes refuse food, I'll offer it to my other females. They take it. They take it. Like my Belle, my Luna, my Russo and Russo. Late at all, bro. I literally just got started. My Luna, my white diamond. She just laid, and I killed the whole clutch. But she ate 2 small rats yesterday, 3 days ago. So this is what it is. Let's get into some of these questions. So one of the questions is how did I got into reptiles? I answered this question when I first started the channel, but if you didn't watch like one of the first videos, I'll answer it now. I was always that nerd. It all started for me with an eastern box turtle, a little female eastern box turtle. I was riding quads with my brother over near the sumps over here in the Carmen's River in Yaphank. And I was driving, he was driving rather. I was probably like 8, no, shit, younger than that. Probably 5 or 6, maybe 7 years old. And he locks the brakes up. He runs in front, and he grabs like this little rock. And it turned out to be an eastern box turtle, female. He handed it to me. I made him go back, drive back to the house. And next day, I went down to Petland Discounts. I bought a whole tank and a setup. And from there, I always loved reptiles. I've had snakes my whole life. I was a big, big turtle tortoise guy. I was the kid catching bullfrogs, in the river and the lakes. I was the kid that when I went to visit my grandparents in South Carolina, I was legit building little live terrariums with them. So reptiles has always been like part of my life. I just took a slight break once I got into PD. When I first got in the police department, I had 9 turtles in my room. I kind of sold them off and got rid of them as time went on. But I've always been into reptiles, and this kind of popped in. So there's like a second part of that question is what inspired me to breed. I've covered this before too. Long story short, Retic's doing good. Retic ate that huge rat. I had an extra large rat for a big mama to eat. I tried to give it a shot with the Retic. The Retic took it down. No problem whatsoever. And I actually opened up the terrarium. She had that last Sunday, so 6 days ago. I opened the terrarium now, and she wanted to eat again. I'm not going to eat her again because she still got a lump in her. But so as far as I got into breeding, it was kind of just like a joke, right? Like I was sitting in my house on a staycation one day, and I wanted to get another reptile. I went to the reptile store, and I was looking at Pat-man frogs, poison dart frogs, turtles, tortoises, even scorpions, some arachnids, stuff like that. I came across the counter. I saw the ball pythons, and I was like, "Yeah, I used to have ball pythons. They're great. They're small. I can take them out. They can hang out with me." I was gonna buy a juvenile, and that snake ended up biting me. So I didn't buy that one. I ended up buying a small one, and I think it was probably only a week or two out of the egg, and I don't think it had many meals. But that thing was like 48 grams, 50 grams. Ended up dying on me because it regurgitated one of the mice that I fed it. So I don't know if it ripped up some of the internals or whatever the case may be, but it did pass away. That kind of sucked. I had to actually have been buried outside. Then I bought Big Mama. She was about 2,400 grams. Now she's 4,100 grams. She just laid. She's taking food. And it was kind of like a joke, I started researching all these different morphs, these combinations. I found Morph Market, and I was like, oh, yeah, I'm going to breed ball pythons. And then it was like, yeah, you're going to breed ball pythons. People at work were making fun of me, and then, my buddies were making fun of me. And then one day it slowly progressed into, I'm going to do this. And then it was, I bought this snake, then I bought this snake, then I bought this snake. And it was going to be like more of a hobby type of thing. But I've always wanted like a side business. And only recently, I would say about 2 months ago, I had a conversation with Ozzy Boyd. And we were just bullshitting about stuff. And the guy's an absolute, everyone knows Ozzy Boyd is. He's an absolute gentleman. We were just talking about everything. I was like, you can turn this into like a solid business, Bake. Like you have the passion for it. You like it. Like it can be a business. You can treat it like a business. You can treat it like a hobby. And you can make a little money on the side. You can treat it like a business as your hobby, which is kind of what I'm doing. So over the last 6 weeks, I decided really to take it to that next level. I've been hoarding snakes. Again, if you pay attention to my Instagram, I probably purchased 4 or 5 snakes recently. I have another one coming. I have 2 or 3 more coming, depending. Ozzy just kind of yelled at me for maybe purchasing something. He said I need to, differentiate between what I'm getting. So I got to talk to him later about that. But yeah, so that's what I've been doing. So someone else asked a question about building a collection on a budget. So I got that question when I first posted on Instagram. I was going to go live, and I have a few ways to answer that. The first way is if you want to work with these more expensive recessive genes. I hate being clean shaven, guy. Though my face is not breaking out anymore. First time I shaved, it broke out. Anyway, I keep looking at myself and I don't recognize myself. So the first way to build on a budget, I would say, is to buy hats. If you want to work with these expensive like genes like clowns, not expensive, but clowns or pieds, why not start with separate. I'll talk to you. Give me 1 second, Tom. What was I saying? So you can buy. If you want to work with clowns, but you can't afford, like I just purchased a high intensity orange dream fire yellow belly clown from Aussie female, and she was a pretty penny, If you want something like that, why not look for like your fire yellow belly het clown, right? It'd only be like $800, but then if you wait 2 years and you breed it to a visual male, you can produce that more expensive snake, but you're doing it more on a budget, right? So I spent $3,000 on that female I'm talking about now. You could buy a het version of that for probably $800, $900. You save yourself $2,000. So if you work with hets, you could probably produce these more expensive animals that you want to buy if you can't afford right now. It just would take you like a 1 generation or 2 generation to produce them. The second way is to start small, like a small business, right? Instead of going for glory and paying $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 for these snakes, that have 3 or 4 codons on top of a recessive or double recessive, whatever the case may be. Instead of doing that, why not start small, right? Why not spend, like I have that Coral Glow Black Pastel Trick Mojave male. Why not spend $500, $600, $700 on a male like that? Buy 3 or 4 breed size ready to go females. It could all be normals, right? Normal, that's 3,000 grams, like $200, $150. Or get 1 gene codon normals, right? 1 gene codons, like, get a lesser female, a pastel female, and a fire female, and grow them up or buy them breed ready, and then put that powerhouse male into those females, right? Have a bunch of them, start raising them up yourself, then slowly build your collection up. That, sell those off, then buy your expensive snakes. The other way is simply to save, right? You can just save your money up and maybe buy one expensive female, one expensive male, breed them together, have one clutch of 6 eggs, hold two back, sell four, take that money back in the business, buy two more expensive ones, and slowly build up that way. So you can do it a couple different ways. Either all three of those ways is obviously I'm kind of blacking out right now. I'm spending a lot of money on snakes, but it'll pay off in the end. Hey, this is my question. I'm out of the subject because so many people believe it takes. Listen, it can take. I didn't forget about you, Tom. Give me 1 second. Tom's a cop. He's from Long Island, but he's a cop down, I believe, Virginia. I think he said Virginia. Yeah, I mean, listen, you could dump thousands of dollars into it right away, right? If I had $100,000, I would spend $100,000 on snakes, and then within 3 years, you're going to quadruple that money. It's really that simple. But if you can't do that, a lot of people can't do it. Start small. Okay, buy a lesser pastel and then a fire and this and that. Start breeding them. Start making more expensive snakes. Sell them off. It'll take you longer. It might take you 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years to get there. But hey, you're still going to start building. You're still going to start going. Or buy those two really, like my buddy Ed over in Jersey, he's a retired cop. He's got one really expensive clown male, and two really expensive clown females. He's got 3 snakes. That's all he has. Does he have like close to 10 grand into it? Absolutely. But he only has 3 snakes. Now he has 2 clutches with them. He can really start to explode his collection, so forth and so on. Does it take thousands? Yeah. I mean, it could. Either way. Like Saul over there at Saul's Balls. Go check him out. He's got he started small and now he's starting to build up his collection. He had a few clutches. He knows what he's doing. Now he's starting to build them up. He started with a spider. He started with just a Mojave. He started with these one coat, these one gene snakes. Now he's building them up. Or save money. Yeah, you can always save your money, right? I mean, I look at I can afford my house and all my bills, my student loans, my car, just based upon my base salary. I try to do 20 hours of overtime per pay period, and all that overtime cash I put into a separate account, and that's my business money now. That's how I'm running this. I also have a tenant coming back, so that money is also going to go into that account. So I should have, roughly about $2,000, $2,500 per month that I'm going to try to dump into the company. I probably dump about $2,000 into it, save the other $5,000 in a separate account, just for something breaks, I can buy something really quick. All right, Tom. So what kind of enclosure you recommend for keeping 2 ball pythons as pets? All right, so ball pythons like dark, warm, humid, moist environments. Some people put them in the aquariums. I've heard. I used to have my first ball python in an aquarium, and I don't remember exactly how well it fed. I don't think it fed all that well. I wasn't big into Ozzy wasn't bringing them. I didn't know much about them. Honestly, Tom, if you plan on buying more, if you plan on buying, hey, I want 5, I'm going to have 10, which, listen, if you like ball pythons, it's kind of what's going to happen. It starts with 1. It's like herpes. It just multiplies, and before you know it, you got 30. Like, I literally went, Rob moved in my house. I only had 8 ball pythons, right? I had a plan, but I only had 8. He's been here for 2 months. I have 14 in there, 2 more on the way. So within 6, 7, 8 weeks, I've doubled my collection, and it just goes by like that. So if you think you're going to start building, you're going to get more and more snakes, buy a rack system. Okay, you can buy I have the ARS rack system. You can buy 1 or 2 levels of that, or you can buy a 3-tub rack system or a 1 level or 2 level. If you go to Sea Serpent, I believe you can buy the individual levels at a time. So just buy the rack system. If you want to look at your snakes, you want them out in the open, then you can put them in an aquarium. But I would black out the front, the sides and the back, and then have something on top of it, and have proper amount of hides, maybe some fake plants in there, so the animal does feel secure. You don't want them feeling insecure. So you want to show them off. You want them out. I have my boa over here and my retic over there, but I have it all set up nice, and they aren't ball pythons, but I do have it set up nice. So if you go into the aquarium, black out the sides, black out the back, and have adequate hides for them. And I think you can show them off just nice. You got the wife's mercy. Yeah, I live by myself, brother. I'm running amok right now. I can do what I want. Nice, bro. Yeah, Mojave yellow belly. Nice. Yeah, I mean that one feeder is absolutely correct. You can always make your own rack system. I know you go to Home Depot, you can buy the material there yourself. You can cut it down or have them cut, and then you can just run the heat tape yourself, the electrical tape, and then run the heat tape. You do that yourself too if you want. If you want to show them off, though, you put them in an aquarium. You can do it like I said, or you just buy the rack system. The rack system isn't that bad. Yeah, I mean, Jose, you're exactly right. I was going to build my own rack systems. Then when Rob came up here, he brought his 5540 ARS rack system in here, and we kind of just counterbalanced the rent of him living here with that rack system. I love the rack system. I've spoken to a couple of big-time breeders. They all kind of said the same thing, that, we all kind of started out with the DIY, build my own racks or buy the cheaper racks, and then eventually everyone kind of moves over to the ARS or the Freedom Breeder racks. It just kind of happens that way. I'm a little overzealous, a little impatient, so I kind of just jump from A to B or A to Z rather relatively quick. So I went right to that 40 tub rack system. Also, because I have the bedroom for I have the one smaller bedroom back there that I can fit into a reptile room, so it fits perfectly. You can absolutely make your own rack systems, but I really feel like if you're going to try and take it to the next level, really trying to breed, to buy the professionally made equipment. You don't have to worry about it, and I don't trust myself. Especially if you're going to have, like some of the snakes I have back there are $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a piece. I don't trust. I'm not handy enough to trust myself with making my own rack. I'm sure it's not that difficult. I'm sure a lot of people will swear by them, but I think I would rather just get the professional one made. That's the way I am. You too, Kingpin. Yeah, I mean, Tom, the rack systems really save space. Like, if you go in that one bedroom, I have 3 snakes in there right now. I have a 3-tub rack system from Sea Serpent as my quarantine rack, and then the 40-tub ARS rack system. And I can fit 2 of those ARS rack systems in there and a hashing rack. So realistically, I could have like 140 snakes in that room and still have room to move around with another quarantine rack in there. So it is a space saver, but also it is. I think it's better for the snakes. They always seem to react better. Big Ed, the guy in Jersey with the clowns I mentioned before, he had his snakes in 40-gallon breeders all over, his little man cave in his basement. He recently bought a Sea Serpent rack, and he said that his one killer leopard clown female was off feed for a while. As soon as he started offering the food in the tub system, the rack system, it was eating nonstop. It's been hammering rats. So I think they just respond better to the rack system too. I thought about that. Anybody going to see you? Yeah, no, Jose, listen, you're a carpenter, bro. Build them. My dad's a GC, but it's like anything else. I love my dad to death, but if your dad's a mechanic, your car's always broken type of thing. You know what I'm saying? So trying to get him to build me a rack system is just not going to happen. I was fortunate enough for Rod to bring his whole rack up here, and I'm fortunate enough to have the capital to do it. So I did buy it, and it is what it is at this point. What's up, 3B? Yeah, those are more to it too much on here. But if you message me on Instagram, bro, I'll talk to you everything that's going on. It's exactly what you see on TV, but worse. Checked out Animal Plastics. These are really big too. Yeah, I mean, a 4x2 enclosure is fucking massive, bro, for a ball python. That's like I have my retic in a 4x18-inch enclosure. You know what I'm saying? That's more for like boas and retics. You don't need it that big. Even the V70 tubs can fit. Big Mama is 4,100 gram ball python. She's probably relatively one of the biggest ball pythons you're going to see. She's not small. And she's in a 5540 tub. I think it's 33 inches long by 9 inches wide and like 5 inches tall. Listen, it's a little too small for her. I know that. I recognize that. But she did lay a whole clutch in there and sat on top and fine. But she fits in there, so they don't need that big of a space. Yeah, way too big, bro. That is huge, man. But they make like V70 racks. I think they're like 3 feet by 2 feet wide. That's big enough for a ball python, bro. They don't want that much room, I mean, obviously, keeping captivity is not the same as being in the wild, but ball pythons are perfectly happy, bro, being in their hide and just chilling. Let's think of it that way. Even your tub system is a giant hide for them, right? You have your aquariums that are set up with hides, and then they'll like feel more secure and not as vulnerable. Think of your rack system as a giant hide for them. Think of it that way. They're chilling in their hide. They're happy. It's dark. It's moist. They're good to go. Thanks, bro. Wilkinson, I'm trying, bro. I have no idea what I'm doing. I just ramble most of the time, but sometimes I go live like this. Again, I was just too lazy to make a video today, guys. Just that simple. Plus, I like interacting with you guys. So let's get into the next question. I have 2 more questions. First one is my next snake's going to be getting, and the next one is how's my African sulfur colony going, which is not good. No problem, brother. So I recently put a down payment on high-intensity orange dream fire yellow belly clown female from Ozzy Boy, part of his high-intensity orange dream. So I picked that one up. With, I said before how much. And so I have her coming probably the next couple weeks. After that, right now, again, because I'm doing all this overtime, I ain't going to pick up another snake. I'm debating right now on whether or not buying a clown pied female, just a clown pied female, to complement my killer leopard clown pied female, and eventually get a clown pied male to breed to those 2. However, I was just having a conversation with Ozzy, and he was like, "You already have clown pied shit. Don't get more clown pied shit. They're differentiating in what you're going to be getting." So right now, I'm torn between getting a clown pied female, just again a no coat on top of it, just a clown pied female, or I'm thinking about getting into the puzzle line. I really want to get into puzzle. I like puzzle a lot. So I'm thinking about maybe instead of getting that one clown pie girl, maybe getting two puzzle female, maybe a pastel puzzle female and a calico puzzle female, which would be roughly the same amount of money as a clown pie, and start getting my puzzle projects off the ground. Because that's one of the genes I want to work with. I do want to have 3 or 4 puzzle females growing up in my rack system. So I'm torn between the two. No, it's a high intensity orange dream, yellow belly fire clown. Visual, all visual, bro. It's all visual. She is gorgeous. Message me on Instagram. I'll send you a picture. She's absolutely stunning. I love fire clowns. I love orange dream clowns because Rob actually has a fire clown and an OD clown in there. They the OD clown and the fire clown both from Dustin, and I love them. So I'm like, oh, I want one. And I was talking to Oz, like, yo, I want a fire clown. I want an OD clown. He's like, bro, I just hatched a high intensity orange dream fire yellow belly clown female. I was like, fuck it, I'll take it. So yeah, it's all complete visual. Dude, it's sick. This snake is absolutely sick looking, bro. I can't wait. Yeah, what's funny is the OD, and then you have the high intensity OD. This snake looks like red. Like I said, message me on Instagram. Remind me. I'll send you the picture. Yeah, Andrew, I think I'm gonna go with the puzzle, just because I do have the clown pied already. I can always use my clown pied male to breed my other females and just create heads. You know what I mean? Hold back the heads. Then I can actually produce some of the visuals with that killer leopard clown pied girl I have. So I'm still torn. I might get into puzzle just so I have 6 clown females in there right now. I need I have 6 clown females, like 4 pied females, 2 het pied females, and I have a gravel pod coming from Mike Porter. So I might get into that puzzle. I want to get the desert goats. I love desert goats, but Rob's got a bunch of desert goat stuff in there. So I honestly may wait for him to produce stuff and just buy all my females from Rob. So I'm probably gonna get into the puzzle project. I got to see because I don't know if the overtime is going to continue for next week. Excuse me. If it continues the next week, my checks are going to be amazing, and then I'm probably going to buy 2 puzzle females. So we'll see. Those are my next snakes. Number 5. How is my African software colony going? Okay. So I posted the video with Big Mama, and I also said how I found the one with his head eaten off. So I started with 5. It is a pretty penny. You know that you keep on my phone. I don't like Ultra Mel. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really like it. So I don't know. I like Puzzle. I don't. We'll see. Ozzy's got a lot of the Ultra. He's really pushing that Ultra Mel stuff. So I don't know. We'll see. What was I saying? So I started with 5 African software rats. I had the male and 4 females. One female died on its own. I guess the natural causes, whatever the case may be. Fine. Now it's down to 3 females and 1 male. Then I came in one day and I came in to pull the clutch of Big Mama, and they had eaten the face off of one of them. So now I'm down to 3. That being said, another one then died. So then at this point, last night, I had 2 left. Okay. 1 died in natural cause, 2 died in natural causes, 1 got his head eaten. And then today I go in there and I was going to feed them off. So I'm actually going up. Once the shit passes, goes away, I'm going to go to Connecticut to ball in his garage. And he's going to give me a colony that's already breeding. So I was going to feed off my 2 African software rats that I had left. I went in the tub. I went into the 5-gallon tank, and this rat ate the last one. So the same African software rat that I found next to the half-eaten body 3 days ago, I now found next to another half-eaten body. So this cannibal rat, first and foremost, I don't want to reproduce that one. I don't want that bloodline going on, right? Because it's an asshole. I don't want it eating all my profits and all my babies. So I fed it off to my killer blade clown female today. She's like 180 grams. She smoked that thing. So at least you get a lot of protein in it, right? Because it didn't eat 2 other rats. So my African sulfur colony is not doing well. They are all gone. So I don't have one right now. So it is what it is. I'm going to start over and start with a colony that's good to go. It is what it is. Yeah, they're nasty. I don't know why they're so nasty. I did everything right. They came from the same bloodline. They were raised together. I changed the food daily. They had fresh water. Maybe that one was just an asshole. I don't know, but ate 2 of them. And I wouldn't be surprised if the ones I found dead, he didn't kill those either. It is what it is. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It literally, I'm convinced he killed them all. I'm not going to lie. It ate 2 of them and killed the other 2. But, yeah, exactly. He was fat. He was thick, man. He was like this thick. When you eat 2 of your brothers and sisters, I guess you're going to be thick. It is what it is. But my killer leopard clown, what the hell is she? Killer blade clown got a solid meal out of it, so whatever. Right. That's exactly what I was talking to a couple of my buddies that breed Arkansas rats. They're like, "Big, listen, if you have an asshole, feed it off because that asshole gene, if you will, is going to carry on to the other ones. You just don't want that." So I fed them all. I fed one off. I fed the murderer. I fed the Jeffrey Dahmer off. But so I have none left now. I'm gonna start over again. I'm probably gonna buy a colony already up and running because I'm just too lazy to wait 6 weeks for them to mature and then start breeding. So I'm just gonna buy one already good to go. I'm gonna go from there. I'm probably gonna get 1 or 2 colonies going. My goal is to have the 2 colonies going and have 2 grow out like tubs or tanks. That way, every 4 to 6 days, I can feed my snakes African sulfur. So my bigger snakes, I can feed the adults every 6 days, and then with the younger ones, I can feed the smaller ones every 4 to 5 days. And I don't want to power feed, but I figure if I can get a meal in every 5 to 6 days rather than every 7 days, I'll add 2 extra meals in per month. That'll hopefully get my females already within 2 years. Next season, starting November, mid-November, whenever I start pairing, I should have 7 or 8 females good to go. I have 2 questionable ones. I do have that 600-gram spider clown, 50% het exantic in there, and I also have the other thing I got from Ozzy. Let's see if I can remember. Orange Dream, Pastel, Leopard, Fire, Yellow Belly, or Asphalt, 100% het pied. She's at 425 grams. She was having issues feeding. She just ate a small frozen thawed rat. So I'm going to try to get her on that size rat every 4 to 5 days, every 5 days, to see if I can get her maybe up to 1,500 grams by maybe December, January, February, have a late season, maybe pair her with my gravel pod late season, or if I do get a gravel pod from Mike Porter. So we'll see. So that is the plan to get 2 colonies going. We'll see. Yeah, I didn't have that luck mutation lab. The one killed my entire colonies. I got stuck with the asshole. But any other questions, guys? Anything you guys want to talk about? I only had those 5 or 6 questions. This is kind of a last moment thing. I wasn't going to make a video today. I was going to come home and just make some food and go to sleep. I actually had to wash my uniform. That's another reason why I shaved, because disrespectful thing. If you're in uniform, one of my my pet peeves is guys that you're anti-crime, you're an FIO, or you're special ops, you have a beard in uniform. People have died in that uniform. So who the fuck are you to have your beard in uniform? Let's say if it's one day, I get it. But we're all in uniform for the next 2 or 3 weeks. You can shave your face, right? It's really that simple. With that being said, I have to be up a little later right now because I have to wash my uniform because I have been sweating in it, and I only have one uniform because I don't wear it often. So I'm waiting for that to get done now. Other than that, guys, we'll be posting again on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturdays. I'm going to stick to that. If I can't do it, I'll probably do something like this at night if I get off. But, shit pops off sometimes. I get stuck at work, so it's kind of difficult. I apologize. Other than that, guys, any last-second questions, I'm probably going to log off. We've been on for half an hour. I got to get some sort of sleep. I'm running on, you can ask Lewis. I'm running on, I don't know, 9 hours of sleep in 5, 6 days. It sucks. It is what it is. It's blood money, but I'm working towards a goal. I'm trying to build this collection. Like I told you guys, I'm all in. So I am dumping a hell of a lot of money into this. It will pay off, and I plan on creating some wild shit. Yeah, I'm shot, man. I am tired, guys. Listen, I'm probably going to log off. That's it, guys. Let's get one more last question in. If you guys want to talk about the whole situation, what's going on, I will tell you my full and complete, total, transparent opinion on it. Just message me on Instagram. I'm not going to do it here because somehow this will get spliced up, and you know how that goes. Any plans I plan to never work with? Not a big fan of albino. I like the lavender albinos that Rob has. I don't know. I don't think so, dude. Because it's listen, I love the snakes. I love the hobby. I love the aspect of having a little business. I love producing living art, and mixing it, mixing all the shit together, see what you can get. So as of now, I'm not a big albino fan. I'm not drawing a blank. There's other thing the other day I was like, I don't like it. Like Ultramel, I'm not into that stuff. But hey, 2 or 3 years from now, I might be into it. With that being said, though, who knows? People might create. I love clown, I love pod, I love desert goats, I love puzzle, right? So who knows if 2 or 3 years from now someone creates some crazy clown albino Ultramel or some shit like that, right? Or if something like that happens, also I like it, then maybe I'll get into it, right? It's subject to change. That's the way I feel. I have no turtles right now. I really don't. And it's a fucking crying shame because I've had turtles my whole. I probably owned over 100 turtles in my life. My dream tortoise is a Galapagos tortoise. Mike from Redline Pythons has one. Every Sunday, he posts a video of him feeding it. That's been my dream reptile since I was a kid. You can get them for like $5,000. I'll put it this way: if in 3-4 years from now, if it's snake business, I'm doing really well with this, I might buy a baby Galapagos tortoise and just make it a nice big tortoise table inside. And hopefully, by the time it's big enough to need a yard to roam around in, I'm gonna move down south and retire anyway. But I think I might get one. You have a Galapagos tortoise? That's awesome if you have one. Mike's. I love those animals. I think Galapagos tortoise. I had a sulcata. I was gonna get another one, but you know what? If I'm gonna have to deal with this giant dinosaur walking around, I'm gonna go big. I'm gonna get the Galapagos tortoise. I was gonna get the Alabra, whatever the hell is like Aladra tortoise, but I mean they're just not a Galapagos tortoise, and they're only they're 2/3 the price of it anyway. Hey, what's up, Chris? Oh, Chris Harwick's here. I'm actually logging off now, bro. I've been up for like 3 days. But do you have a Galapagos tortoise, Steve? But overall, guys, doing well, staying safe out there. I'm waiting for all this stuff to pass. That way I can get those new snakes shipped over to me. But other than that, we'll see what happens. Any last-minute questions, guys? Oh, I am tired. You have a sulcata? I love sulcatas, man. I had a sulcata, and that's the last tortoise or turtle I gave away once I got on PD. You're only about this big. I think they're awesome, but I plan on getting a Galapagos eventually. Oh, it's a shame Chris came in now. It fucking sucks. All right. Listen, guys, I got to sleep, man. I got to be back to work in 6 hours for another like 12 to 18-hour shift. I'm enjoying the overtime for now. It is what it is. Yeah, Chris is great. Chris is Chris is the reason why I started YouTube. Between him, Always Evolving, and like Billy, they're the reasons why I never thought about making YouTube videos. I never thought about sitting in front of a camera, but I'm enjoying it because when I talk about it, I learn, and then you get to meet all these people and interact with these people, and it's just something to look forward to. And to me, it's become part of the hobby. So without Chris, I would not be making videos, and that's just the reality of the situation. So, yeah, that's it, guys. Yeah, Miguel's awesome. Billy's awesome too. That one time I went live on Instagram with Rob, and Miguel was in the chats, and then he's like, "I'll go live with you." He went live with me on I was on vacation, which I thought was unbelievable. Yeah, Chris, I like Chris's channel because it's like part of my regimen, right? When I'm leaving work, I know Chris is going to post a video every day. I put it on when I'm driving home from Brooklyn. It's like an hour and 20-minute ride. I wake up in the morning and then I'll watch Miguel's videos, I'll watch Billy's videos, and I'll watch Brian's videos. So like they're all part of like my daily regimen. Like I see Chris's face every day. It is what it is. I learn about the morphs from him. I know a lot of people give him shit for making those morph videos, but they help me out a lot. You know what I mean? Because I'm still fairly new to this, right? I'm only a year deep, so some of the morphs I can't differentiate between them, especially when you start stacking codoms. So he really kind of breaks it down with some of these more popular genes and morphs and how this one looks like this one looks like this is what it does to the color. So I love those videos. So Chris, they tell you don't like them, fuck them. That's the way I feel. But all right, guys, I'm gonna get some sleep, man. Hit me up on Instagram if you guys want to talk about anything else. It's 10 o'clock. I gotta go to bed. You may not, bro. You may absolutely not. I just started doing my own version of like the morph videos. I like to learn about where they came from and stuff like that. So yeah, 100%. Chris channel is great, and I always love retics. And seeing Chris's retic and then Lucy over at Brian's is why I got my retic. So I love my purple. My retics my retic and my boa like my pets. All my ball pythons are my pets also, but they're also part of my business. So I look at them slightly different. I still value them the same as my retic and my boa. But if you come to my house, as soon as you walk in, I have the big terrarium there with the boa. Then I have the big terrarium over there with the retic. So when you walk in, this is a snake household. It is what it is. It's my house. But all right, I gotta get some sleep, guys. I'm like starting to fall asleep here. Listen, I'm probably gonna try to go live once a week on like by when what is today? Thursday, Saturday. So I'm probably gonna go live once a week. Just makes it part of the daily thing. I'm gonna start doing more interviews, start doing more history of the different morphs, start doing more live sessions just to answer some questions and bullshit. Then of course make my normal videos. With that being said, guys, I'm gonna log off. Be safe, guys. Watch the 6, man. Be careful with everything's going on. All right, guys. Thanks.